Hi, the topic is interfaces. What is an interface? Again, interface is an important feature in Java. Interfaces are very similar to class. Why Java introduced interfaces? In C++, we have seen that multiple inheritance will create an ambiguity, that is, a confusion error. To avoid those confusions, to avoid multiple inheritance in Java does not support multiple inheritance directly, but indirectly it supports multiple inheritance through interfaces. How? Let's have a look. For defining an interface in Java, first we required an interface keyword followed by interface name, and then we need to define methods. Only the method declaration needs to be available, like return type, method name followed by parameter list. It is optional, parameter list is optional, and we can have n number of methods within a single interface. And then we need to compile this interface. The Java compiler adds public and abstract keywords before the interface methods and public, static and final keywords before data members. That means the methods which are specifying inside our interface needs to be public. If you are not mentioning, the compiler will add a public keyword. And if you are mentioning any variables inside this interface, they must be in static and final keywords. An interface cannot be instantiated. That means our class can be create an object, but interface cannot create any objects. Our class can have a constructor, but an interface does not contain any constructors. Our class can have normal methods as well, but interface contains only abstract methods, meaning it needs to have only method declarations. An interface is not extended by a class, it is implemented by a class. Now we need to use implements keyword for using our interface in our class. An interface can extend multiple interfaces. One interface can extend another interface, and we can implement as many interfaces in our class. Implementing an interface, this is the syntax for implementing it. Class followed by class name, extends, implements, extends superclass if required, or implements interface names. And we can use comma after the interface to add n number of interfaces. Just we get into the program to see how to create an interface. As we said, for creating an interface, we required interface keyword followed by interface name. I'm giving my interface name as inter1, and then I'm going to have only one method called public void meth1, and it is an abstract method, but abstract keyword should not be there, just method declaration should be there. Then I'm going to implement that in my class simply implements inter1. Then I need to implement that particular method with the same signature as I have given in my interface, public void meth1. Then what the method needs to do, system dot out dot println I am from method 1. Only this statement I need to print in my method. Then I will create my main method, public static void main string arguments Then I need to create an object for my class employee. I equal to new employee. That means I am not able to create an object for an interface, so I will create an object for my class, and then I will call I dot meth meth1. Then I close my curly braces, and then I will save as imply1.java. Imply1.java. I will compile this. Java C imply1.java. Compilation successful. Java imply1. Sorry. The class name is imply. So yes, I am from method 1. Now, to satisfy multiple inheritance, what we need to do? We need to create multiple inheritance so that it can be implemented multiple interfaces in my class. So I copy this interface and just change its name to interface 2, that is inter 2 and method 2. So what I can say is implements inter 1 comma inter 2, and I can create this method. If I am not mentioning the method inside my class, then the class need to be set as an abstract class. That meaning, if I have implemented an interface and I have not created or not defined that particular method in my class, then this class need to be an abstract class. So I have implemented, compiled. Yes. Why I didn't get method 2? Because I have not called that method. So in main method, I need to call I dot meth2, so that the method will be called and it will be mentioned. See the output. I am from method 2. Now, if suppose I have not given the definition for my method, second method, I have implemented it, but I have not defined it. Then see the error what it is going to give. If says that imply is not abstract and does not override abstract method 2. That means I have not implemented that particular method in my class. So this class need to be called as an abstract class. If I call this an abstract class, then I cannot create an object. So we have to implement inside our class. What is the use of using interfaces? In future, if anyone requires a method to be implemented in their own way, then they can use this particular method to create in their way. Like we have key listeners, mouse events. Whenever we do action performed is also an interface where we perform whenever we click a button, an action will be performed based on the user's criteria, right? So such situations can be created by using interfaces. Thank you.